meditation. There's so many different ways to do this. So if you're looking for answers in what to expect and what it's all about, carry on watching. Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome to this week's video, and it's going to be about meditating. There are different forms of meditation. There are different ways to do it. But when you first start, it's daunting because you don't know what it's about, how to do it, what you're going to actually experience, if anything at all, and how it's going to benefit you. How is it going to change things for you? How's it going to make your life better? Well, I'm going to go through and list the different forms of meditation. The first one being in your own thoughts. A lot of people think that meditating or meditation is a boring thing. It's something that you've got to sit and be rigid with. What are you expecting? Well, yes, there is the sort of meditating where you go and you sit quietly and you just think about something, dwell on it and make some sort of collective answer to what it is you're looking for. That is a form of meditating. It's also a form of contemplating. To start that way, to get yourself into the frame of mind of being able to sit for a while and think about one item. Because when you first start, guys, it's very difficult because all the other thoughts come bundling in and you can't stop it. It's like your mind is on fire and you cannot actually get it to stop. And you spend most of your time trying to stop those thoughts coming in, and so you really don't get anywhere with it, and it becomes something unattainable. And of course, if you don't know how to do it and what you're actually doing, you will give up. Now, I will tell you, meditating is the finest thing you can do. It prolongs your health because it makes you sit back. It makes you take time for yourself. It also puts you into a great type of health issue regulator. It regulates your body, your breathing, your heart, your organs in general, the mind, and it is a de-stressor. So if you are living on the edge, you're always on the go, just sitting for that small amount of time can actually be very beneficial to your health. So in that aspect, number one would be to sit and try to focus on one subject and try to push everything else away. Now that is a good start. Once you've achieved that, we can go on to the next form of meditating, which I will call being within yourself. A lot of people, when they start this, it's about finding who you are. It's about learning to relax, learning to be aware of nothing other than the moment that you're in, and to allow all your aches and pains and your relevant problems and everything to just go away. It takes time to be able to do it, but once you learn how to do it, you will find you actually enjoy it. So this type of meditating would include getting yourself comfortable, making sure you're not too hot or not too cold, wearing loose clothing, and going in with a positive thought, going in thinking, I'm going to let myself release. Many times when I'm doing these on videos, I will tell you to take the deep breaths in through the nose and then out through the mouth. This is called the Prada breath, and it is very important because it's actually you controlling you and your system of who you are. You are taking control of your breaths, and so slows everything down, enabling you to then relax every part of your body and your mind. And the more that you do this, the more you will find that you can let go and relax. And relaxation goes beyond a point with this. It takes you to that point of where you are completely numb and you are in a place of sheer enjoyment because your mind is able to let go. And so you will either sit in an upright position with your head facing upwards, or you can lay down. Now, many people, when they start to do this form of meditating, will find they drift off to sleep because it is ideal. You're relaxing yourself to such an extent that what you're doing is enabling your mind to relax as well. And so you might find you drift off to sleep. And that's okay, guys, because it's all a process of learning. Of course, once you've got to this stage, what do you gain from it? What do you actually sense and feel? Well, some people, when they start to relax, will get sensations. First of all, their body will go numb and they will feel so relaxed that they don't care about anything. Then they will start to feel like they're moving. Now, some people feel like they're going in a spiral, like they're going round and round and round and round and round, which can be scary to start with when you're not expecting it. It is not the fact that you are spinning. It is the fact that you are releasing yourself, so your spirit is able to work its way to the top of your body. Now, this can be the beginnings of the next step, which would be to leave your body, so to in fact astral travel. And that is also a form of meditating, but it is the next step, which would be path workings. So you've got to that stage, you're doing really well. This will go on until you can release yourself, which doesn't happen straight away unless you're very adept at doing this. So you will find that when your eyes are closed, you might also see like a kaleidoscope of colours. And it normally starts with purples and greens and blacks. So it's like it goes round in a circle on both eyes. And you're seeing these waves of colour going round and round. This is really amazing because you don't expect to see that. You don't expect to see those colours coming into your vision when you have your eyes closed. Now, this is a sign that you are on the right path. You are actually gaining something phenomenal is starting to happen to you while you are actually not in control, allowing these things to overcome you. And for some people, it might be scary. It might stop them doing it because they're out of control. They do not understand how to let go to that extent. But I will promise you guys, you are not going to go mad. Nothing is going to hurt you. This is you. This is your body and your soul, your spirit. And you are just allowing yourself to be in the moment and to allow those things to happen. They're not paranormal. They really are not going to hurt you. They're not spooky or anything like that. They're normal. They're normal responses to you letting yourself go. Once you've got to that stage, you can move on to the next stage, which is actually leaving your body and travelling. That, you might say to me, how would I manage that? How do you know you are doing this? You get yourself into that frame of mind of letting go. You get yourself into the relaxed mode. To start with, it might be better for you to lay down on your bed. Also, I find just drinking some water beforehand and then laying and getting the Prada breaths and getting so relaxed you're numb, and then seeing the colours wafting around, going like a kaleidoscope, feeling building up of how you are starting to go round. You might even feel you're going up and down. It is like the equilibrium of the body is trying to be balanced. Just let yourself merge into it, and then start to think of, I would like to be standing in my bedroom. I want to be standing by the bed. I want to see myself laying on the bed. And to start with, it might feel like you are shifting. It's like almost a pulling sensation, like you're trying to push yourself up out of the bed. So you physically think, how do I feel when I get out of the bed? And you start to think, I'm getting out of the bed. And you feel yourself move and sit up and get off the bed. Now, with a lot of practice, guys, you will eventually find yourself standing by the bed, doing exactly what you wanted to do. And of course, it's a shock. The first time it happens, it is such a shock that you will just find yourself straight back in the body again. But the more you do it, the more you'll be able to just leave. And then your world is your oyster. Then you can travel around and visit places you've always wanted to go. You'll never ever have to worry about getting back to your body or getting lost, as long as you are doing things the right way. And what I mean by that is, we always ask for our guides and our helpers to be with us, and they will prompt you, even if you can't see them with you. They will prompt you to go back when you need to go back. They will also prompt you if something is not right. They will not allow you to leave your body if there's a danger around you. You also don't have to be worried about your physical body, what's happening to it, because the slightest problem and you will come back. It's almost because you are linked to your body, it will give off a feeling and you will know, and you will come straight back. So never be worried about what might be happening while you are travelling around. Now, the next one, which is a follow-on, will be trance state. And trance state is attainable. It's also very powerful, and it allows you to commune with the gods. It allows you to commune with any force that might be around. But it also helps you to commune with the ancestral. It allows you to go to places and be in a mind-altering state which is far above anything else. It is where you get your answers from. It is where deity can speak through you. It is very, very powerful, and it's very dangerous if not done correctly and done in the right way. So the warning I'm giving you with this, guys, is it's not to be taken lightly. if you want to learn how to do trance-like state and be safe, then you have to follow certain procedures, and that would be always be protected, always be grounded, always be understanding of who you are allowing to connect with, always be aware of the time. Never let them completely take you over, and always do it on an empty stomach. Make sure you drink water and food afterwards, very important. And don't do it just for the sheer hell of it. Don't do it every day. You will find that eventually you won't come back. Very serious indeed. So you make a time and a place to be at, and you make those initial responses to the deity, whoever it is you want to be in contact with, and you draw their energy through your body. But you have to be in this trance-like state, and really it's like a type of hypnosis. You are in a state of mind where you are unconscious of everything around you, and you sometimes are out of the picture, and they allow themselves to come through and speak and do things. So you have to be very careful, and it is also wise, if you're going to do this sort of work while you're training, to do it in a group, to do it with other people, to do it with somebody who is very qualified and has a lot of experience, because if you get into any sort of danger or problem, they can bring you out of it. You can't do that when you're on your own. So please be advised, if you're going to learn trance work, you need the help of somebody just to make sure that you are okay. With trance, it's past the numbness, it's past the relaxation, and it's almost like you go to a totally different zone. You could be moving like this, you could be shaking, you could be ice cold or boiling hot. Your mind will be like it's not yours. It will feel heavy, but also like somebody's opened it up and everything is laid there in the open. I can only go by how I feel when I trance, but when I do trance, it can be very uncomfortable, guys. Trance is almost like you're semi-unconscious, and sometimes the body fights to be conscious, to know what's going on. Not in fear, but the fact that you don't want to give yourself completely up to something unknown, which is sensible. This is where a lot of the old mediums in the beginning, when they did the ectoplasm, the spirit would completely overtake them and become themselves within the person. And so this ectoplasm would come from every part of every hole in the body, and it would just seep out, and it would literally turn into the shape of the person. And it was called materialization, and you can actually do this, but that ectoplasm comes from you. It is a substance that comes from the body mixed with the spiritual realm, and it is very important to never be disturbed when you are in this type of state, for it can kill you. And I'm telling you these things because there are a lot of people that have tried these things on their own, and it has had a very bad effect on them. Some people can go mad, some people can end up in a coma, others can die. Never be shocked out of a trance state. You need to be safe, And that is why I'm saying always have somebody with you that understands what it is you are actually doing. Trance, when I go into trance, I know where I'm at and I know who I'm speaking with. And I will sometimes cover my face, and it's basically depriving yourself of sight, the hearing. You can put headphones on. If you deprive yourself of all auditory or visual, you will go into a trance-like state. We're talking about the shamanic side of things. Drumming would also get you into a trance. There are different forms of trance. The trance that I like to do on a regular basis is path work with the gods, and I go with the gods, and that would allow me, and I would be doing that via my drum, via my rattle and fire, and allowing myself to go there. It comes with a lot of learning and a lot of experience, but what I wanted to get out of this video was to explain these different methods with you so that you can get an understanding of the different types of meditations that can be done, the benefits of them, and why you would probably get a lot out of it for your health, and also to progress your spiritual path, because people don't tell you what to expect from it, only what you should do to get involved in it. Now, also, I want to talk about these videos that you can watch, or CDs that you can buy that give you a worded journey. And a lot of people, when they start on that, expect so much and are put off when nothing happens because they can't see what it is that they're being told to see. The idea of this is to help you to visualize in your meditations, because visualization helps you to achieve what it is you're aiming for. So if you have a guided meditation, it's taking that pressure off of you to think something up. So you can, say for example, go on a journey through the woods and see the animals and things like that, and meet your guides and helpers. I know a lot of people in my old groups would get very upset at the fact they never saw their guides. They couldn't actually physically see them, or if they did, they couldn't get their names or things like that. These things don't matter, guys. The idea is to get your visualization working. It's not about the outcome, it's about the journey to get the outcome. So if you go on a guided meditation, don't expect anything. If you visualize where you're going, that is the best part. The guides are there, the helpers are there. They always are, and they have been with you from day one. From the moment you was born, you've always had them there. They're not there to socialise with you. They're not there to be your friend. They're just there. And so you don't need to know their names. You don't need to know anything about them. Just need them to do the job they're there for. So if you're a medium, you will need someone as a communicator, as a medium between those that have passed and you. Somebody to be like, for example, the receptionist at the doctor's surgery that allows the patient in one by one. Otherwise they'd all come in and you wouldn't be able to deal with it. So your guides and your helpers are there, but you really do not have to be aware of them. Of course, you read about these mediums. I've got a guide called George and he was a Red Indian, and, you know, we have chats together about everything. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but it's very rare. So if you're on the path to learning about yourself, progressing your spiritual path, learning what you can and cannot do, this is the best way of doing it, starting at the beginning, the very first type of meditation, to just think on one thing until all the crowding goes away, and then gradually build it up. People often say to me, but how often do I have to do it? Well, of course it depends on where you're at, what your lifestyle is like. And the only thing I can say to you is to start off small ways. 5 minutes in the morning when you wake up, or 5 minutes before you go to bed at night. And build it up gradually, because if you try to do it all in one go, you're not going to want to carry on. It's going to become a chore. What you want to happen is for it to be something enjoyable. So you start small, and gradually you will find you want to do it for longer. And as you see yourself progressing, you will do it for longer times. You will make room to do it. And so, for example, when I was in the training, I would be doing 3 hours a day, not in one go. I'd do an hour in the morning, an hour lunchtime, and an hour at night. If you want to see results, you need to do it at least once a day, every day, not having a weekend off or anything like that. It becomes part of you, like when you brush your teeth in the morning and at night. So you get into a habit of doing it, and it becomes something that you can't see yourself not doing. It's so much part of you, like eating and drinking. You can't visualize yourself not eating or drinking ever again. Well, it's the same when you take it seriously and you get that imprinted into you, not as an extra to do, but as part of you. You won't be able to imagine yourself not doing it anymore. And so this is what this video is about. I wanted to help those that are just starting, or those that have sort of got out of the habit, or those that don't see the point of it, or don't understand why they need to do it. And I wanted to show you that it can help you on your path. It can help you to grow spiritually. It can also help your psychic abilities to expand, and so give you extra things at your fingertips to help you in your magical practice. Spiritual practice, magical practice is all one. We are multi-dimensional beings with a lot of experience and a lot of lives that we've lived. And because of this, we have a lot to bring through via our meditative states. So I hope this has helped some of you. And if you have got any queries about it, please put it below and I'll always get back to you. And just wanted to say, guys, if you're enjoying the content of my videos, please find it in your heart to press the like button and subscribe, because all this will help the channel to grow and to get to more people. And I really do appreciate that. Thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome, and I hope you get what you're looking for from this channel. To those that are always there for me and the channel, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Without you guys, it wouldn't be worth it. And I hope you're all well and everything is okay. I'll be back again next week. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. I love you guys. House of Alang.